Do you want to retrofit the vertical Bosch smartphone grip to your e-bike? Then in this video I'll show you how it's done and what you need to look out for. First of all, you should check exactly how you want to mount the smartphone grip and what kind of display solution you already have installed on your e-bike. If you already happen to have a Bosch Kiox 300 or a Kiox 500 display on your e-bike, or if you want to replace an existing horizontal smartphone grip, then the conversion process is actually very easy. Simply remove your current display unit from the display mount and then securely attach the new smartphone grip in a vertical orientation. And just like that, you are already done. You only need to get the new Bosch SmartphoneGrip Vertical to complete this setup. If, on the other hand, you want to mount a smartphone grip in addition to your existing Kiox 300 or 500, or if you have another or currently no display at all on your e-bike, you will of course need to get several more additional parts for it. Naturally, this also includes the vertical smartphone grip itself, a display mount that you can choose yourself, a display holder with the slots for the display cables, and an additional display cable. But please note, the new smartphone grip Vertical is only compatible with the Bosch Smart System and not with older Bosch e-bike systems such as the e-bike System 2. You have a variety of different options for securely attaching the vertical smartphone grip. The classic version is the one with the Bosch single-arm mount, which you can simply attach to the handlebar. This is available in 31.8 or 35mm versions. For 25mm handlebar clamps, you can also work with these types of reducing sleeves. You can easily mount this holder on either the left or the right side of the handlebar stem. Mounted on the left side, the smartphone grip sits slightly in front of the handlebar. For this specific mounting configuration, it's highly recommended to select the display holder version with the cable outlet at the back bottom, as the cables are then routed directly to the rear and can be neatly laid in front of the stem. If you choose to install the single-arm holder on the right side of your stem, the smartphone grip will later be positioned slightly more centrally over the stem, and you will then need the display holder with the cable outlet at the top front, so that the cables can be routed neatly and efficiently forward over the stem in the direction of travel. As an alternative to the single-arm holder, you can also go for the Bi-Schultz stem mount, which is then mounted on the A-head cap if that's possible on your bike. In this case, you also need the display holder with the cable outlet at the front and top. No matter which version you ultimately choose, it's important that the small spring of the display holder points in the direction of travel so that your smartphone grip is also correctly aligned. Once you've decided on one of the mounting options with the appropriate display mount, all you need is one additional display cable. This cable connects the mount to the control unit. I would recommend a length of 200 or 250mm to reach from the center of the handlebar to the control unit on the left-hand side or into the top tube. That usually gives you enough flexibility for clean cable routing without excess slack. But depending on your specific e-bike setup, you might need a shorter or longer display cable. But these display cables come in a wide variety of different lengths, so you'll definitely find the perfect match for your needs in our shop. If you don't feel like picking out all the individual parts one by one, you'll find links in the video description, of course. I'd suggest taking a look at our complete retrofit kit. There you can quickly click together the right set for yourself. It's also linked up here and in the video description. To mount the smartphone grip Vertical, start by placing the display mount into your bracket and then tighten it using a standard 3mm hex key. Bosch recommends a torque of 1 Nm here, so don't go at it with brute force, and now you can mount your bracket on the e-bike. I decided to go with the version positioned just above the stem, so I mounted the bracket on the right side with the cable outlet facing forward and angled up at the display mount. First, place the protective rubber ring around the handlebar, then put the bracket on and securely fasten it using a 3mm hex key. Now simply connect your current display cable, which in my case comes from the LED remote, directly to the bracket of the smartphone grip. It doesn't matter which slot you use for this. Now you can use the provided short display cable to connect the bracket from the display mount directly to your control unit. Once that is secure, you can then click the smartphone grip Vertical onto the display mount, align it precisely in your desired position and tighten it firmly using a 3mm hex key with a torque of exactly 1.5 Nm from the right side, as I am doing in my case. By using the small release mechanism located on the back of the smartphone grip, you can then effortlessly remove the vertical smartphone grip from the mount once again. If you would prefer to leave the smartphone bracket on the e-bike permanently though, you can easily protect it from quick removal by using this small locking screw provided for extra security. To do this, just put the smartphone grip on and insert the anti-theft device from the right side. And with a really tiny 1.5mm hex key, you then simply tighten it. This means the release mechanism on the back can no longer be operated and the smartphone grip can't simply be removed. Inserting your phone works best by placing the top edge of the display into the grip first, sliding it gently upwards and then pressing it down into place. Once you switch on your e-bike, your smartphone will also start charging wirelessly, provided of course that it supports the feature. Otherwise, you can just use a suitable charging cable. As mentioned, you can find a suitable charging cable and all the parts from the video in our shop. Feel free to check it out if you'd like to support us a little bit. If you have any questions beforehand, I'll be happy to help you out in the comments. And if this video was helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you here again soon.